Hi, welcome to BrainyBuzz. This is Premvada and we are going through the CSS tutorials. For any questions or queries, you can contact me at technical.trainer1909@gmail.com. So today we are going to study about the CSS margin properties. The margin properties is the property that sets the bottom margin of an element. That means how much away it is from the page border. Let's see a demo. So I have created a normal HTML page and saved it with the margin.html name and written a paragraph naming that this is a sample paragraph over here, and in the style tag I have written just empty p tag. So now I'll write that I want the margin top as the 20 pixels. Save it. By default, like when you do not apply any CSS properties, this will be your page, but when you just refresh it, you can see that from the top it is 20 pixels, or if you want it will be like 30 pixels. So this way you have the margin top, margin left, margin bottom means it's like as there is nothing between this particular paragraph, we'll have it as the margin, means there won't be much difference between it. Or I'll better write a heading over here. Okay, so just let's save it and refresh the page. Now you can see that this particular paragraph is away from the left and the upper border. Or over here I can just specify the border as some dotted. Save it, and now you can see that this border, it is like in the bottom we have mentioned the 30 pixels, and left and right also. Right is 40 pixels. You can see that there is a 40 pixels gap over here. If you write it as 20 pixels, refresh it, so over here 20 pixels difference will be there. So like this you can manage your paragraph. You can like change the display of this paragraph. So now there is another property, that is the margin property, and you can place all of them at the same time, like top, right, bottom and left. This is the order over here. So instead of writing all these things, I can write it as margin. Over here I can write 30 pixels for top. For right I can write as 40 pixels. For bottom I can write as 50 pixels, and for left I can write as some 20 pixels. So when I just save it and refresh it, so now you can see the difference. Another thing, we have the padding properties. Padding properties are basically sets the bottom padding of an element, like the padding bottom. It gives some space in the bottom of the element. Okay, now let's see the example for it. Margin, we'll have it like this only, and for the padding bottom I'll give as the 30 pixels, so you can see the difference. Now this is your page. If I click on F5, you can see that over here from the bottom there is, like from the border, it has 30 pixels. So like this you can place as padding left as 30 pixels, padding right as 30 pixels, padding top as 30 pixels. Just save it and refresh it. You can see there is difference over here. So I think you understood the difference between the margin and the padding. Margin, it will specify the distance around it, around the paragraph, and the padding, it will define the space like in this border, the margin of the paragraph only. Another thing we have in the padding is like a padding shorthand property. This is same as the margin. Instead of writing all 4, we can declare it in one single statement. Save it and refresh it. This way you can put it in a shorthand property. After that, we have outline over here. Outline properties draws outside the border of the element, like you have this dotted border over here, so your outline will be outside this border. Let's see the demo for this. Over we have, if we want the outline style as solid, so let's see it as outline style as solid. Let's save it and refresh it. Now you can see that a dotted border is there, but above it there is a solid outline. So this you can make it as look and feel can be nice, and you can apply this on any of the elements, like you can also apply it on the table element or on the image element or paragraphs or headings. From anywhere you can apply it. Over here, like if you write it as heading, and if you save it, refresh it, over the heading you can see the difference. Another thing I have okay, we have the outline width. If we want to make it like a little thicker, if you want it as 5 pixels, save it, and you can see the difference. After that, we have the outline color. Refresh it, so your outline color will be red. Another thing, we have a shorthand property. In this, first one is color, and then the style and the width. This is the order. So we can take this. Over here I'll mention it as 5 pixels. See, you can see the difference. So this way we can define the margin, padding and outline properties. Thanks and have a nice day.